Yesterday, somebody was responding to me mentioning Bitcoin on my channel, and they said that the reason I don't like Bitcoin is because I don't understand it, and I need to get some lessons in the fundamentals. So I guess it must be a day that ends in Y, huh? No, I'm just kidding. No, but you do hear that argument a lot. Like if you're not all in on Bitcoin, typically the response is, well, you just don't get it. You don't understand Bitcoin. And my response to that is, you're probably right. Maybe I'm just too much of a dum-dum to understand why you would want to digitize your wealth. I must just not get it. And I'm not saying this to be funny. I don't get it. I'm admitting it. I don't understand why I would want to buy Bitcoin in any, large amount. I've said this many times, I'm not anti-Bitcoin. If you want to, digitize your wealth, then that's completely fine by me. Doesn't hurt me in any way and all that kind of stuff. I have a tiny little bit of crypto, which I'm thinking about dumping, even though it's just a little bit. I kind of had it almost like just as this fun money, like a gamble kind of thing. But I think I might be out. I think I don't want to even participate in any way anymore. I just don't get here. I'll be honest about some of the things I don't get. I don't get how it's all that decentralized. If one province in China's electric grid goes down, and because that one province in China's electric grid goes down, the price tanked because they didn't have enough mining power or whatever. But I probably just don't get it because it's just too complicated for me. I don't get that. I don't understand that. I don't get how it could be such a good idea to have a electric currency or electric wealth when people are getting canceled left and right. Yeah, you can't track the crypto. I get you can't track the crypto. At least that's what they say. But you certainly can track access to the internet. You certainly can track electricity and stuff like that. I don't like the idea of being that easily cancelable. Now, I'm not saying that, you can be totally cancel proof with different kinds of assets in your portfolio. But I'm just saying I'm trying to make it as hard as possible. It's like, sure, they could round up all of the copies of a certain book and burn them all, I guess, if they wanted to. But it's a lot easier if your entire library is digitized on Amazon servers to just click the cancel this guy's subscription to Amazon button. It's a lot easier to cancel you in that way. So yeah, sure, having a hard copy of a book doesn't protect you 100%. But it's a lot harder to round up all the copies of the book that they want to cancel than it is to just click cancel this guy's Amazon account. I'm just saying, I'm trying to de-digitize my life in many, many ways. So why would I try to re-digitize my life when it comes to my wealth and my finances? That's all I'm saying. I probably just don't get it. I understand. And I'm not against Bitcoin. I know some people, it's like either or. You're either for gold or for Bitcoin. You can't be both. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to put any significant wealth. Like I said, I have a little bit. I'm probably just going to, I think I might just delete it. I think I might not delete it. Cash out. I think I might just cash out and just, cancel my wallet and all that kind of stuff. I think I'm done. I don't know. I'm not sure. You think this is the thing about this. I'm thinking this through on the video. There's a part of me, and this is like a weird part of me that I don't quite fully understand. It's like, well, yeah, but what if you miss out on those gains? You know what I mean? I'm like, well, what's the big deal? If I miss out on the gains, I miss out on the gains. I don't want to participate in this system. Let me tell you what I think. I think that digital money is a terrible idea. That's what I think. I think it's a terrible idea that will obviously be abused, that will obviously be used as a weapon. That's what I think about digital money. I think it's a horrible idea considering the kinds of governments that we're dealing with these days. Oh, well, it's decentralized. It's untraceable. It's on this. It's all that. Yeah, we don't even know who made Bitcoin. How do we know it's decentralized? How do we know it's untraceable? Well, you can see in the code. Okay, fine. It's untraceable, but they can still cancel your electricity if they want to. I just don't like that. I don't think that's a great idea. I think there's a reason why people are not having their books only on Amazon servers anymore. People are buying actual books. There's a reason why people are doing that kind of stuff. And I think it's a very good idea to try to analog your life as much as possible, especially if you're a bit of a dissident. If you're planning on going along with the flow and capitulating to every little, weasel tactic that the wizards dream up in their wizard spells and their meetings, then fine, you have nothing to worry about. Go ahead and digitize everything. You might as well digitize all of your life. But if you're planning on not going along with that kind of stuff, then I would think that it would be a good idea to maybe consider, getting a PO box, analog. Sure, they can cancel your PO box. That's true, they could. I just don't think they're going to be rounding up all the copies of XY book or whatever, or they're going to be, going house to house to get your bullets or get your gold or stuff like that. I don't think they're going to do that. I think it's much when you think about tyrants and stuff like that, they just do whatever's the easiest, right? Whatever's the easiest thing, that's what they do, right? So they'll push the Amazon button, they'll do that. They'll cancel your electricity, they'll do that. They'll that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm just rambling here, but I just thought that that was funny. Yeah, that's typically the thing. You don't understand Bitcoin. That's why you don't want to buy it. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, so maybe it's true. I just don't understand why it would be a good idea to digitize your wealth. That's fine if you get it and you're gonna make. I hope you make a lot of money. I really do. I hope that it goes to $100,000. The thing is, I am out. I think I'm out. I think I'm going to sell the small amount of Ethereum that I have, and I think I'll be out. Yeah, and maybe I'll miss out on some gains. See, that's the thing. You got to war with that part of you that's like, well, I might get those gains. And this is what I always think about. There was a kid. No, he wasn't a kid. He was a man. But when I was a lot younger, like 10 years ago, who told me about Bitcoin. Maybe it wasn't quite 10 years ago, but it was a while ago. Told me about Bitcoin, and I kind of liked the idea because I was at the time I was a libertarian and stuff like that, but I never bought any. I always think about that time because I probably could have gotten it for a couple bucks a coin, and man, I could be rich right now. I could be filthy rich. I could be. That's true, but yeah, there's got to be an easier way to make money. You know what I mean? There's got to be a way to make money that doesn't involve me. I think that Bitcoin is risky. I think that any digital currency would be very risky, and so, there it is. I mean, I guess I could make a lot of money, but just not willing to do it. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, there's that, and I'll probably, make some people mad. That's okay. If you guys like Bitcoin, I'm not against Bitcoin. It's just not for me. Maybe I'm just not smart enough. I understand. I get it. It's okay. It's totally fine if I'm not smart enough to own Bitcoin. All right. Anyway, saw this white supremacist here. I thought I'd share this with you just so that we could all just publicly shame this guy, because this is I can't think of a more white supremacist statement than this. Here's what he says. He says, quote, "Don't be less white. Don't be less black. Don't be less of anything that God has created. I'm fearfully and wonderfully black. If you're white, you're fearfully and wonderfully white. Whatever your skin color is, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Rejoice." I mean, call up Kyle Howard. Call up, what's his, Ibram Kendi X. Call him up, because this is a white supremacist alert right here. This guy, big time white supremacist. That's what I'm talking about. We got to cancel him. It's just that simple. Can anyone check if he has a digital wallet? Because if so, we should definitely push the cancel digital wallet button. What's funny is actually the guy who told me that I didn't understand Bitcoin, he's someone who likes me, so I don't think he was trying to insult me. But what's funny was he had actually commented on it on what I thought, I intended it to be somewhat of a pro-Bitcoin comment. So I was a little confused, but I guess he had watched some of my content, and he didn't like what I had said about the Michael Saylor debate. But all I said was that one thing I appreciate about buying Bitcoin and gold, they're both a clear vote of no confidence in the government. I agree. I think a lot of people buy Bitcoin because they don't trust the government. They don't trust government's monetary policies and things like that. And I can sympathize with that, because I also don't trust the government's monetary policies at all. I don't trust it at all. I don't think there's any reason to trust it. So I like that about Bitcoin, because it's definitely sending a no confidence message. But the problem with Bitcoin, in my opinion, I don't trust Bitcoin. And why would I? I mean, I don't really know any reasons to trust Bitcoin. But anyway, that's, again, I probably just don't get it. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. And then I was talking to this guy, and I was like, well, what do you mean? Because he had responded that I don't understand Bitcoin. But he wasn't responding to this, so, you know, it made a little bit more sense. But then he said something that was funny that I had actually thought of that day. Let me see if I can find it here. Oh, man. He said something about how he likes gold better than Bitcoin because in the New Jerusalem, the streets will be paved with gold, not Bitcoin. And I agree. I had actually thought about that for the first time that exact day, yesterday morning. I was like, oh, that'd be a funny thing to tweet out or to gab out is, will our streets be paved in Bitcoin if Bitcoin is like the best monetary system next to what God would create himself? That's what Michael Saylor said. Bitcoin's the best. And I just don't think so. I think if it was, then our Bibles would say the streets would be paved in Bitcoin. But since Bitcoin isn't actually a thing like that, I guess it couldn't be paved in Bitcoin because the New Jerusalem will actually be a real place and it'll have real streets and it'll be paved with real gold, not just, you know, digits. I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it. Anyway, but Jakeology, thanks for your comments. I definitely appreciate it. And you're probably right. I'm not making fun of you. I probably don't understand it enough, but I'm okay with that. There's a lot of things I don't. I've always said this. Like, I suggest not buying things that you don't understand or not signing contracts that you don't understand. Because to me, that seems to be like the weapon of a trickster. You know what I mean? Like to get you to sign on to something that you don't get. But if you get it, if you understand and you think it's safe, then more power to you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying for me, I don't get it. So I think I'm out. Yeah, I think I'm out. Am I out? Yeah, I'm out. Does anyone want my Ethereum? I'll sell it to you, but it's gonna cost you. Oh yeah, it's gonna cost you. I'll get it for you under spot, but it's not gonna be able. I'm not gonna take fiat though for it. Maybe I will. I don't know. Anyway, this has just been a bit of a ramble. I hope you found this video helpful. God bless.